Hey everyone, all the little peeps out there, just don't tell me you've been missing me. I won't believe that anyway. And I know that I'm kind of what I'm doing by myself and for myself. And maybe other little peeps may watch me once in a while or on a regular basis. Then I upload for them, and let's just do today's practice. For today, I brought you something specific because I just wanted to share with my today's day and how it was and how it felt to me in all the ways, like from different standpoints, from regarding from the angles of different situations happened to me this day. And let's begin with the something stupid. You know what it is? It's actually not so stupid item as it could be, as it could seem from the very first sight. This very item is pretty useful one because it serves for hiding my image of mine, I should say, and it's perched for the most part it's perched up on the web camera on the top part of my camera and web camera that's about to film me, like once in a while. Let's say right now I'm making my video shoot of today, and I took it off from the web camera in order for web camera to depict me in a clear and comprehensive and the most understood way, I should say. And the whole point of using this item is kind of, in our country everyone might be under surveillance of some secret services, and it's not a paranoia, it's like a regular stuff that could occur to everyone, not only in our vicinities but throughout the whole globe, I should say. Everyone, let's say in the United States of America, they might be a victim of some under under like a surveillance process that might be even out of law, and they couldn't even have their clearance to do that kind of surveillance, but they do, and they just do that randomly, regularly. Any random citizen might be under surveillance process, and for fun, for the purpose, for some I don't know, maybe some unknown hidden secret service related activities, but that could be and that could occur to everyone. That's why I use these nice items in order to just to put it atop of my camera, web camera, that is perched right on the upper part of my monitor, of my video monitor, and actually the camera sits on the monitor, and this nicest makeshift cap made out of pressed paper. It's perched right on the upper part of my camera, and when it's there it falls down and covers the entire thing that is called my web camera, and it serves pretty in a good way, and it never failed me actually, and I will hope that it fail me. I mean, it serves good, it serves just amazing way, and it never ceases to amaze me how simple as items use what I owe in order to achieve the goal that I want, and it's all that I am making do with these natives. Correct me if I'm wrong. And initially it was the container for some unknown substance, like I don't know, not traditional medicine stuff, like kind of some
premises like overstuffed with the it's cluttered up with the nicest items ever. I'm very rarely just throw them away because I adore these things that could serve. You never know how it could be in a great use for you and at what moment it could happen. It happens, and I was just impressed. I tried to impress upon you the great use of this particular item, and I did. I hope I did, and it's been kind of not even introductory thing of today. Let's just get it out of the way, and since we've got it out of the way, literally and figuratively, let's do our today's practice. I'm not using very just a high rate of speech, as you can see, because I feel like I'm stupid and dumb again. I don't know for what reason, but I am, and this stuff goes as it goes, and who said it would be easy to accomplish all my goals of my life and do my English. Sometimes I feel like I'm flying, sometimes I feel like I'm diving deeper and deeper, sometimes I feel dumb as I am today, and that just happens. I now can do it. Just I'm a regular guy who learns English. I guess I'm not learning English these days anymore. I'm more like feel it when it's spread inside my veins, inside my body cells, and goes to my bones, goes to my upper surfaces of my cells, and it goes out to the universe to educate other people, to just report to the universe itself that I'm ready to use my English at whatever moment it occurs to be, and it might happen to be using my brilliant English. And I'm not about my brilliant English, about the way that I'm brilliant about speaking when I'm doing my English, but I'm on the whole about English being brilliant in my life and be let's say the most just desirable purpose of my life ever. As I remember myself, I always been keen on learning English, and beginning from my school years I was very just I don't know maybe very polite to people when I wanted to know something more about how to educate myself and how to just advance my English, with all the means that I could have in my shed, with all the tools that I had in the shed, you know what I'm saying? And that's me that's my just point of my life, whatever you would call it. Let's put it this way. And I just kind of confused with that one word. Maybe 10 seconds ago I used the word polite, but it wasn't the way I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I was diligent, and I was pretty just I don't know, diligent, and always was curious and inquisitive about wanting to know more about English, and I'm on it right now. And I tell you what, for the starters, let's do what we shall do. I'm gonna describe you the day of mine off today. And I woke up I woke up pretty early as for my regular schedule. I wouldn't share the hour I woke up in, but it still was early. And you see, I'm kind of sipping here. I like sipping water, especially during the evening time, because it makes me feel more just at ease, relaxed, and more or less not to say that I'm kind of thirsty actually, and that's why I'm drinking water in front of camera right now. It's why to be shy? I do what I want, right? And that's my space that I reported you earlier, and just have it or follow the parallel track, and we will be friends then. And give me a second here. My today's day commenced with my wanting to go not go, but to drive to the local auto market that is resides not far from my home where I live, and actually it's from the it's within the distance of 5 kilometers
from the place where I live in, and okay, I started I started the engine of one of my vehicles, and I made my way there to the local auto market for the automobiles, and I was supposed to buy, not to buy, but to find there the repair shop that works on fixing some problems as for vehicles engines. And I actually had a problem. I didn't report earlier, but I'm trying to familiarize you with that stuff that happened previously to one of my vehicles, and the smaller one, actually I own two vehicles, and the smaller one is like cargo wagon called Tavria pickup, if you might relate to what I'm saying. It's small cargo wagon, white colored one, pretty nice one. I adore my cargo wagon, and I always tend to use that instead of bigger one, because its power consumption much less that my auto vehicle has. It's like a side note. I didn't want to drop into that stuff, and what I was and I just wanted to clarify whether those repair shop men, whether they do kind of fixing process that is related to, see, here is the engine of my vehicle, and on the upper part of my engine we have this small fuel pump that is pumping the gas I should say, into the cylinders of my motor that is resides within into my vehicle. And this small fuel pump is kind of being malfunctioned. It was malfunctioning because the small hose that went to the inner part of that small fuel pump, it was broken in some way, because these are small, like this big rubber and it was partly, and still is, it's partly rubber made, and it's partly like some fabric made stuff. You see the fabric threads intertwined with rubber kind of substance, and that stuff, that combined substance comprises the whole small tube and small hose or whatever, or pipe, small rubber-made pipe that is comprised of half rubber, half fabric-made kind of substance. And these small fabric-made, let's put it this way, object, like the small hose, like this long, and it serves for conducting fuel from a fuel filter into the separator that precedes the engine cylinders. And this separator mixer, I should say, is called the carburetor or whatever. I don't know the particular English language definition for that thing. I'm only learning. Forgive me if I'm doing mistakes here. And this kind of hose that flanks bottom part of this small hose, it flanks to the fuel separator or fuel mixer that precedes the entire engine. And in the place of their meeting together, here's the joint. See, here is the joint point, and here we had a leakage. The drops of gas was falling down on the ground, not actually on the ground, but on the body of the vehicle, on the body of engine of my vehicle. And that engine was hot, and there was a threaten, like there was a risk of conflagration, because that outer part and inner part of the body of my engine was extremely hot during functioning, during operation, and those drops that could occur on the surface of my engine of my vehicle could just be set in fire in no moment because of being flammable. If you know, all the fuel substances, they are flammable. Correct me if I'm wrong. Flammable, I guess. And I tried to fix that bug, and I made my way to the local auto repair shop, and they kind of kicked me off. They were just kind of rude, and I didn't want to continue our conversation anymore, because that stupid prick who was standing there, he came up to me and said, "What do you want?" I said what I wanted, and he just pointed out in some weird direction. I was heading there. I headed there. I knocked the door. There was a huge lock on both of those doors, left side and right side, and I made my way back to him, that stupid prick, and I asked him again, "What would you want? What direction would you what direction you send me for?" And was for, because that nice repair shop was locked, and there was a there were huge locks on both doors of that repair shop. And he kind of said, "What do you want? You're not clear about what you want." I said, "Fuck you," and I turned around and went my way to my vehicle, and I started the engine. I made my way to the downtown of our city, and I kind of parked my. I pulled up my vehicle, and I went out, and I kind of was having a walk for a while, pondering on what to be doing for the next 2 hours. And I made a phone call to the friend of mine. His name is Victor, and he kind of received the call, and he answered, and he said, "I'm about to do some useful and also useful stuff. If you want, just ride up to my house, and we can do that together." I said, "Okay, I'll do that. I would do that." And I pulled up to his home, and he got in, and we were just riding. I like actually riding, let alone saying that I like riding with my friends. And we were riding, we were chatting, we had a banter as always, and mutual self-deprecating humor. We were just chopping each other and just mocking each other in a way, and we were ripping on even each other, and that was a regular thing that might happen between it's still happening between friends, you know what I'm saying, and why not? And we made our way to some unknown location. Actually, the location itself was pretty widely renowned, but the purpose of our being there wasn't clear, especially for me. And Victor went out, and he strode in some unknown direction, and I was staying around making some. I dropped actually to some music band related kind of shop, and I explored new things there, and they had nice microphone things and set of things that hold microphone and the filter for voice recording activities. See, it has they have the filter that is placed between you and the microphone, and while speaking it filtrates the sound. It preserves those p and b and other harsh sounds to go into the microphone and to spoil the entire recording session. And it's like being designed now that I even didn't want to put in this video, but I did. And what happened further on was we completed with our issues, and we made our way to the local cafe. We were having the continuation of our nicest banter, and we were just surfing the internet with his nice laptop, and he took that laptop with him, and we were just relishing. We were having just nothing containing conversations. We were conducting nothing containing conversations. We were just laughing, grinning, being stupid and silly, whatever. And we had 2 juices, 1 beer, and fried potatoes, and what? And nothing extra except that's been said just right now. And Actually, on my completion of these nice activities of doing nothing, I just recollected that I fucking forgot to get my pair of shoes back from a repair shop. In all honesty, I forgot, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. The first thing that after I wake up, I'm gonna do that to take back my nicest pair of shoes. Clark trademark, actually it's the nicest trademark ever. Yeah, it's the advertisements of Clark trademark. They're really good at doing shoes, and it's never just can be even exaggerated saying that they're just amazing about doing their shoes. And I told you what I told you about the repair of my vehicle, and actually I repaired it myself. As it turned out, I just screwed up the screws that hold the small tube that I told you in this video earlier on, and I just screwed these tiny screws, and they kinda pulled, they pressed the ends of this hose closer and more tightly to the metal surface of this fuel mixer and separator, and those things became more tight and even tight, and the joint, the place of the joint became more leak proof and even air proof, I should say, and that's why the leakage stopped finally, thanks God. And I solved that issue by myself, and that was the first point that I wanted to share with you, and I did. And the stuff about forgotten shoes, it was the second point of my today's video. And the having fun thing at a local cafe was for the third point, and I did it. And what else, guys? I forgot any fucking things that I wanted to share with you, but I guess that's enough for today. And I tried to be as fluent as I could. If I made a lot of mistakes, please forgive me, and I'm not all complete fluency about my English, but I'll be there. I promise I will be there. And you elite guys and girls, you elite, you are good and elite, good people, all you out there, and you guys and gals and your dudes and dudettes, and I'll be with you, Native Americans. Remember my words. You can even put it into band. I'll be there in my adorable American English fluency place. That's fucking it about today. I have nothing to say except that what's been said, and be just good and elite, and everything's gonna be fine with you. See y'all in a while. See you. Thanks for watching my channel and for being in my life on general, on the whole, I should say. See ya.